Here we go.
All right, guys, welcome to the first episode of The Tour. I am your host, RhiNosiiTe, and these are my co-hosts, CPleX, Kitty, and GnarlyMarc.
Yo, what is up? What is
So,
up in the flesh?
yeah. So, CPleX, introduce yourself first.
Well, I'm Chris. I go by the name CPleX or Plex, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I play COD with these guys. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know. Look at fucking. There you go. No, but yeah, that's it. I mean, there's nothing really much. I just go ham in Call of Duty. Oh, sorry to cut you off, Mark. But what'd you say?
No, go ahead.
No. Piss off. Go ahead. Nah, I just usually just play COD with these guys. That's how we all linked up. But yeah, you
Yeah.
next. Whoever's
Kitty.
next, Marks or Kitty.
Kitty,
You know what?
who
Mike,
are
y'all know?
you? Who are y'all? Fucking strangers.
For those who don't know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I guess I'll go next. My name is GnarlyMarc. They call me GnarlyMarc. My real name is Mark. I'm related to RhiNosiiTe right here and Chris. Chris is my
Oh, yeah.
brother. RhiNosiiTe, my
It's
cousin.
not-
We're related.
Yeah, we
this
just look
right here,
related.
Far away cousin, Kitty.
Long lost brother.
Long lost brother.
So, I like making music and stuff. I'm into like fashion and social media stuff like that. I make decent music. I'm not gonna say I'm the best at it, but I like doing that on the side. I play a little bit here, Apex, any games. I just bought 2K, so I'm getting into that more. Um, yeah, that's all I can think of about myself. But more likely, I'm just really creative on some stuff. Into fashion, shoes.
Hell yeah, I am too. With like clothing and stuff.
I could talk all day about fashion, and about sneakers, upcoming sneakers. I'm not a sneakerhead, but of course I love sneakers if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got about myself. If anybody don't know, but I'm trying to, I guess you could say, be creative in any way possible.
You're also co-owner, if not full owner, of Tour 95.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I guess I could say that. But yeah, but most likely these guys right here are the ones that are gonna build the team and stuff.
No,
I'm-
not just.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna build this team. I just want to help create the name, get this stuff
Spread the word. Yeah.
going, because one day,
Yeah.
one day we'll make it big. One day,
Believe. We gotta believe.
we all
Yeah.
just work really hard on our stuff and,
Mm.
hopefully make it to our dream.
Yeah.
Kitty.
Hold on. Before we start on this, I'm gonna come back to Mark and come back to like the full coverage on how he decided to go with the name Tour 95 and like the meaning behind it and etc. etc. So, Kitty,
Yeah.
go.
I'm Kitty.
Kitty.
I play a lot of COD with these guys, and I'm basically the person that does all like the artwork and shit for Tour 95. The creative.
The creative.
Yeah, he's pretty legit. Like,
We'll eventually get somebody who can do it better.
He's like, I'm already getting tired of this shit, dude.
I put as minimum
Oh,
amount of
man.
effort as I could into making most of this shit.
These guys are
Hey.
eating it up.
fucking
Oh,
A1.
they love
bro.
it. They love it.
It's fucking A1. If I fucking like his artwork, I mean,
I like
shit,
it.
I still use some of this stuff on like my wallpapers and stuff.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Which one?
I use the one on my phone. I don't even know if I even have it. Well, this is one with the
The roses?
no, not that one. The
Like the Chinese stuff.
Oh.
Chinese one. And then I did have the roses one on my lock screen until my girl was like, "What the fuck? Why are you not having me on your home screen?" You know how that is, but
Yeah.
And then again, I got a new phone, so
You should
I
have just
had to,
told her.
like,
You should have just told her it's Saturday. Saturdays are for the boys.
I know. Nah, she would have fucking killed me. But
Yeah.
nah, yeah, I had more stuff on there. I just had to like re-download them because I got a new phone, of course. But,
Yeah.
All right.
Then
Dude,
then
Well introduced.
I guess let me
for those who don't know.
introduce. Yeah, if you don't know me by now, wherever you're watching this at, I'm RhiNosiiTe, Brandon, real life. Just been playing ever since I was a kid with these two, Mark and Chris, and we just been together for a while and just
Grind.
grinding.
Yeah.
I'm real big into sports. Uh, facing some injuries right now, but yeah,
Rubik's cube.
Rubik's cube. Alright, but yeah, that's all about me.
Nah, yeah.
This
Oh, my
was
bad,
it?
my bad.
Oh no, yeah. This podcast is gonna be mostly about our lives, things that are going on in the world, and just the crazy stories that we all been
Yeah.
through.
Yeah, or I mean, we can go back to like how we
Oh, dude.
actually met each other.
Oh yeah,
Because when we had
dude, this is
man,
crazy.
when we go back to the Stone Ages,
Woo.
with me and Brandon, at first it was my brother Adrian and my cousin Brandon, RhiNosiiTe, playing Call of Duty. I was never really a Call of Duty player. I was always just either playing like what are those games called? Like just like the Crash Bandicoots, like just
Platform.
single-
Platformers.
Yeah,
yeah,
platformers.
those types of games, and then I gradually started going to like the shooter games, and then that's when I first played my first shooter game was Halo 2 when I got an
Yeah.
Xbox. That was the best, I think, in my opinion, like the best or the most fun I've ever had. And Mark was actually there, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he was young as well. But man, me and Brandon, as soon as I switched to COD, he was the one that showed me like all these like MLG people, Optic, Phase. I had no idea or like clue that this was all anything. But and that was like back in what, like 2000 and it was like during
Dude.
Modern Warfare.
AW. It was Advanced Warfare.
Dude.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
When I
Modern
started
Warfare
playing with
2.
you.
Modern Warfare 2 is when I first found out about competitive gaming
Yeah.
and all this other stuff. It was when I first got introduced to
Yeah.
the pro scene and like Optic and just all these other guys. It was insane. Envy.
Yeah.
And I watched and I was like, man, like these guys are living the dream, man. I was like, this.
Just playing games
Yeah,
and
I was
just
like,
fucking. They don't gotta worry about shit.
yeah.
Well,
And
I mean,
it was during the COD XP when Optic won.
mhm.
That's when I was like, you know what? Yeah, like I fuck with Optic. Yeah. I was
Yeah,
like,
and that was that like during you said Modern Warfare 2,
yeah,
right?
Modern Warfare 2 when it dropped.
See, like when I had played and was playing with you on Modern Warfare 2, like we
Yeah.
were just pub stompers. Like
Yeah.
we'll just like try to rank up as fast as we can. I didn't know nothing about clans
We
and
we
all this
we
stuff.
were mostly like the glitch kids. Like we're finding the hiding
Yeah.
spots and shit.
Yeah,
all
all
the
the map
secret-
monkeys and shit, the little glitches
Yeah.
where you could go up in the
Fucking
sky and
Easter
bullshit,
eggs
like-
and zombies. That's
Yeah.
what we were, zombies too.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Time out. I think that's how I got into Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Was zombies. Like it was way back when I think it's like World at War, the first zombies. When I played that, dude, I was nothing but zombies. Like I didn't care about the multiplayer. I heard stories how World War II or World at War, my bad. This guy was like a good multiplayer game, but
Flex,
then
okay.
I was like, man, I ain't gonna be playing that. It looks whack. So I just started grinding zombies, and then later on it just kind of like made it into like what it is now, and so I was like, I lost interest in that. But
Yeah.
and then
Same.
I think it was AW is when you introduced it to me, like
Yeah.
all this competitive stuff, and
It-
I remember in MW3. I told Brandon, like, all these people are telling me to be in a clan and shit. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, you fucking nerds. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, dude.
me being your
What
clan.
kind of clan? What kind
Yeah,
of-
like,
Just
who
random
knows?
like
Who knows, dude?
Yeah,
to this day, it could have been like anybody, and so
yeah.
I
I remember that day. AW's it was champs, world champs. You
mhm.
just woke up from you got back from work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got off. It was the weekend, and
Mhm.
I just got back from football practice, and I was like, fuck, 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 fuck. So I ran in. Me and Chris, we were rooming together at the time, and the setup we have, bro, was two little ass TVs side by side. But before that, we were playing split screen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and
Dude, and
and
GBs. Let me tell you that.
GV's split screen,
With
dude.
and then like
yeah.
with just the regular remote with Apple earphones
Yeah.
or Skull Candy earphones, bro. I'm telling you, that was a grind, and
Then
that's when we met Clyde. But that's gonna be another
yeah,
podcast when he comes in and tells
yeah.
his story how we met with him. And but the funny
Me.
thing,
That's just
we're gonna,
gross.
yeah, I know. It
No,
was like a
it's
humble beginning with me and
yes, dude.
Brandon. Like we like what we
To,
got now,
to be fair, I
man.
feel like mine was worse.
Oh no,
I mean,
what was yours?
yeah. What?
Oh, should I talk about it?
Yeah, to
Yeah,
go for
yeah.
it.
What was
I
yours?
mean, if
Dude?
this worse, goddamn, I
Uh,
want to hear this.
well, like
Yeah.
I've already told you when, like growing up, I my first console was the GameCube, so I was Nintendo growing up. Like
Yeah.
everything was Nintendo, Mario Kart, Mario Party, all that shit. But like,
You're a pussy.
but but most of that shit that I would play was like racing focused. I never focused a lot on like shooters or anything like that. I only had like one or two like 007 games.
Mhm.
Um, and then eventually that transitioned over into the Wii, because I could play all my old GameCube games and shit. And then it was a family console; we could play all the shit that we wanted. I think the first game I got was like Guitar Hero. I like music and shit, but
Yeah.
I still wasn't really big into shooters. And I remember
Mhm.
my dad really wanted something that was like guns and shit, because with the Wii you can point at the fucking screen and
Yeah.
shoot shit. So he wanted something like that. So he bought
I remember the
Me?
Wii. The Wii had the little
they had the
gun.
little gun. Yeah. We never
Oh,
got the little gun, but we did it. Just use the regular controller. And
pretend.
yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah. So I think
The cover.
the very first COD I ever got was World at War. Uh, and after that, I ended up buying Modern Warfare. But I was playing with the little freaking Wii remote, like going left and right, and thinking I was the shit because I was taking out kids. But they're like kids or they're like grown men playing on the freaking Wii. I thought I was the
Yeah.
shit. I thought I was so good at the freaking game. It was so scuffed, and
Bro.
and I wish I still had it. But eventually when Black Ops, the first Black Ops came out, they introduced voice chat to the Wii. Like before that,
What?
you couldn't talk.
What the
It was
fuck?
But
it,
how did that even work though?
Yeah.
it it was
You
it
fucking
was
talk to the nunchuck. Hey, motherfucker.
no. I wish I
Kiss
sent
my ass.
I sent you guys a picture a while ago, but it's like a little headset, like those little Bluetooth headsets that come with the
Oh,
side.
okay.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's a 10-foot long USB cable that plugs into the front of the Wii. It's literally 10 feet long. It's so freaking long, and it only went over one ear. So if you put it on, you couldn't hear out of both ears. It didn't.
Yeah.
It was super
I
tough.
remember one of those things for like that was my first headset for the
Yeah, dude.
PlayStation 3. Yeah,
Yes,
you
me
fucking
too.
had that bitch in.
You press down
Yeah,
on that bitch, man.
Beep beep.
yeah, it was like that. It was like that. And when Black Ops came out, it introduced a bunch of things like the you could talk to people, right? So I would talk to
Mm,
people, and you could also plug in a controller for the first time, like an actual
yeah.
analog controller.
Mm.
But what sucked was that I couldn't use my GameCube controllers, the things that I fucking grew
Oh
up
man.
on. So I
Yeah.
had to go out buy a new controller, and this controller had to plug into the bottom of the Wii remote. So it's like the
What
most
the
scuffed thing.
fuck, dude?
And then my setup in my room was an old CRT TV, but my dad didn't want my little cousins to press all the buttons on the CRT, so he had put a shelf in, and my
Mm.
TV rested on the shelf, and it was like, I want to say about 5 or 6 feet off the ground. Like it was up
Oh,
high,
Jesus.
right?
oh
And it wasn't
my
it wasn't like tilted or
god.
anything. So I had to stand up with a controller with the
Fucking
little shit
playing
in
on
my
the
hand,
bed.
going to the freaking and the the controller was in my hand, and a fucking Wii remote was dangling off the end of it.
God damn.
And I thought I was the shit because I was, killing kids, dropping fucking 50, 60 kills on like TDM
Yeah.
and on the Wii. I thought I was the shit. And
Dang.
I didn't end up getting a PlayStation until high school. I didn't get one until high school. I didn't get a PlayStation until like sophomore year, I think.
Damn.
And then junior year, that's when I met Damien, and he was like begging me every single day because he didn't have any friends
Yeah.
where we were who had PlayStations. So he was begging me. He goes, Diego, please buy this. Like I was working, right? I was
Yeah.
had a job. I was saving up because I wanted it too. It's like, please, I don't have any people here that nobody plays on PlayStation. Blah blah blah. Nobody has the game. And I was telling, I know he was, and he kept on telling me he's so good. He's so good. I'm like, dude, I'm fucking good. I play on the Wii. I was good at that shit. And to be fair, on PlayStation 3, I was decent. But
Oh
then,
my god.
but then, I finally saved up enough. Got the PlayStation 4. Played my first game with Damien. I dropped like 4 kills. I was ass.
Oh my god.
And now I'm still dropping 4 kills.
Oh my god.
And for those who don't know, okay, on how we kind of linked up with Diego or Kitty, it's with your boy Damien or AKA Damien, and dude, we all like honestly made like didn't we
Yeah.
like at one point made like a little diagram or like
Yeah.
on how we all met. It's just crazy how it was just destined, I guess. You could say.
Everything low key kind of leaks back to me.
When we made the diagram, it looked like a scorpion. It was just like it came down like that, and then there was like a
Yeah.
link up there.
Yeah.
Was
And
it?
well, the main source was I think Brandon. I think.
Yeah.
Because all y'all are related to each other.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
then I also went to school with Damien, and I also went to who
Yeah,
else?
but now we know that Damien is somehow related to Chris, his girlfriend.
Oh yeah, they're cousins.
now it's
Oh,
even more
man.
connected, dude.
So yeah, like I
Jesus.
said, it's just
295 needs to be in front of an Alabama.
Oh fuck.
just
Was it
La Familia.
La
Freaking
Familia?
nah,
Dude.
but it's just crazy how we're all just linked up on
Yeah.
how.
And it would have never have happened unless that day when Chris woke up from his nap and I was watching Champs and he was like, "What's going on?" I was like,
Oh, and I asked,
I was like, "It's Championship Sunday, dude." I was like, "It's the finals." It was Optic versus Denial.
yeah.
I was like, "These guys are the best. Like they're both in the best in the world right now in Call of Duty." He was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah." Optic ended up losing to Denial, but
Yeah.
Denial had
Well,
like
at that moment, when Brandon showed me exactly who these guys were, I'm sorry that we went way off topic from Diego's
you go.
Wii moment.
Yeah,
and-
good. Yeah.
but,
What?
from where Brandon showed me exactly Optic Gaming. Like I straight up like looked at like their YouTubes, and the first ones I would watch was was Nate Shot, of course, and then Scump, and then Hex.
Hmm.
Dude, and those guys at that time were funny. Like they're
Dude, they
all
still
their
are. They're a bunch
videos.
of retards, man.
Yeah, they're pretty insane, and to this day they are. But yeah.
But then yeah, that's when we got bit by the competitive bug, man. We started playing GBs and
started grinding, and
that's
then
when we met Clyde
TV.
and this other guy named fucking Diego Rico.
Yeah, what the
Fuck
fuck?
that guy, dude. Ah, man.
What the fuck is up with Diego's?
Dude, just wait until next time with. Just wait until Clyde comes here. Dude,
yeah, so he could play his part of the story about Clyde.
That one's gonna be a juicy one, dude.
Didn't y'all kick him out one?
Yeah, like
dude, we got into like a full like
there was a big feud going on. Like believe it or not, it was me, Brandon, Clyde, and Diego Rico. We're supposed to be like the main four. We had 2 other guys. Remember, Brandon?
Yeah, Palmer, and what's the other dude? They were both like older, but they already had kids.
Yeah, so like they just kind of just effed off,
disappeared,
and that's when Brandon ended up. I think what'd you do? Like tweet out, and found Clyde out of everybody in the fucking world.
Little Asian boy.
Yeah, so he ends up DMing Brandon like, "Hey, we should team up." I guess I don't know how all that happened.
Yeah, I wonder if I still have the tweets, dude.
I'm pretty sure you do.
I don't because fucking Twitter banned my account. Oh man!
said that he was 13 or something.
Oh my
You were
god.
underage, so
Yeah.
it deleted Rhino's account. But yeah, that's that's.
Fuck all the history on that one, man.
Anyways, yeah, there was like a feud between me, Brandon, and Diego, Rico, and Clyde, and it was during what Black Ops 3 days.
Which one? When we met?
We had like a feud going on, or like no,
No,
like,
no, no. That was like towards the end or towards the
Oh,
middle of AW.
yeah, but then it kind of lingered off to BO3.
Yeah.
Remember, because I remember playing like Redwood, and
Yeah.
Clyde and Rico wanted to go against me and you. And I have video somewhere in one of my phones of this dude talking mad shit. And I was like, "Oh, really, mother sucker? All right, you wanna say I'm trash and this and that?" But then at one point in this video, he's like, "Oh, but low key, Chris is pretty good. We should keep him." Blah blah blah. But
Yeah, they tried to
long
get
story
rid of
short,
me. No.
yeah. Long story short, that's how like Clyde's little thing went on, and
Yeah.
we ended up being cool with each other. Well, just with
Dude.
Clyde, and it's
Is that a fanny pack?
Later on.
yeah.
Yeah. You're gonna pass it off as a handbag, not a fanny.
We we got in a big fight with Clyde and that other guy.
Yeah,
I
dude.
And
remember that shit
it-
because I was like, I remember y'all like, I think at one point y'all were talking shit to him on the mic, and he was just like,
Yeah.
like,
No, it's because the stuff that he was talking about
Dude,
us.
we would
is
get heated, bro. Like, oh man, I would like just leave, bro. I would leave the
And-
party.
and
I
low-key,
would leave
and
everything.
at the time, it was exotic gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how me and Brandon found out that name is when we were watching JK Party.
Oh
And-
my god, dude.
And who was it?
It was David So. He was wearing his hat and it said exotic on it.
And we're like, oh shit, that place sounds
shit.
legit. So we're like, okay, exotic gaming. Screw it. Like, we'll just run with that.
We put
But then-
exotic our names. And then, like,
Yeah.
all these porn bots started following us. Then all this
Yeah.
other stuff. We're like, oh man.
We're like, what the hell's going on here?
Oh, we fucked up. Oh.
Yeah. And so, yeah, that's how we got exotic from before it was
Yeah.
tour.
Yeah.
We were with exotic for a while, but then
We just
I kind of felt personally like it wasn't.
it didn't stick that hard. Like it
Yeah.
didn't feel right.
Not only did it's those, but it just I don't know. It wasn't. It didn't pop as well as
Yeah.
we thought it did. And as for tour, I mean, Mark can honestly tell y'all exactly
Yeah.
how he came up with tour and tour 95, and he just brought up the idea with me, and I was like, hey, fuck it, that sounds pretty cool to me. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll just rock with it till then.
Well, y'all remember I was like, yo, you like this shit? Do y'all feel this name and shit? It's
Yeah.
because the way I kind of honestly came up with the name, one day it was like, I think it was, it was Chris who's like, we need a new team and shit. And I was thinking, well, fuck, okay, I'll start like getting into the creative side of my head and just like, okay, let me try to figure out something. So I wanted a name that would kind of not like be in a way like not lame, I guess you could say. Like it like kind of sticks out. Like it's nice. Like it's like okay, for example, like McDonald's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
McDonald's,
McDonald's. We're the next McDonald's, fool.
This motherfucker trying to
Oh.
make McDonald's when we're
No,
naming
like,
the team.
like McDonald's sticks out, bro. Like when you see McDonald's, you're like, damn,
McLovin.
you know that place right off the back, bro. Like just the name itself.
You're like,
Yeah.
damn, that's the
So-
place mom never took me because we have frijoles at home.
Yeah.
No, for
So-
real.
So I kind of wanted a name for a team for like to be like badass, and I got like so many inspiration from like fashion labels and stuff like that. I've seen where y'all showed me like other gaming teams and stuff. Like I was like inspired, but I was in a way not trying to copy their shit, you know.
Yeah.
So where I got the word tour from was it was on. I'm not gonna lie, it was like a shirt.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it was from fucking Kanye.
No, it was,
I wasn't trying to copy fashion, but I saw
It
the
wasn't-
shirt.
It was like it was Jerry Lorenzo's brand, but like he made this brand for Justin Bieber. On the back of his shirt, it said tour, but like in some rock letters. I was thinking, well, shit, that kind of looks sick, like as a team name. So I was like, you know what? Like everybody uses tour, like fuck it, I could use it as like a fucking key
Baseline.
name and shit.
Like
Yeah.
a key
Yeah.
meaning.
So then I got that part down. I was thinking, okay, well, that's cool. I honestly like a team name with like a number in it or something. So in my head, that part came out of Logic, the rapper, because supposedly he's supposed to um drop an album called I think Ultra 85. So I was like, damn, that sounds sick as fuck. Like
Ultra 85.
yeah, like that's a badass name itself right there.
Yeah.
But of course, that's his album name. So I was like,
Mhm.
damn, I want some shit that kind of like it's almost like that. So I got like Tor, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna pick
Mash
random
it
numbers.
together.
Hopefully it sounds
Random
10 up
numbers.
it. 10 add 10 plus
Yeah.
10.
At first, I was gonna use
21.
Tor 85. I was gonna use Tor 85, and I was like, well, fuck. I was like, that kind of sounds a little like, So I was like, fuck it, I go one more number up. So I was like, or not one
Fuck
number,
it.
like,
Go
Oh,
one number.
You put a lot of thought.
The eight go up a 9. So I was like, okay, fuck it, Tor 95, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, yo, that
Oh
sounds
my
sick.
God.
So that's when I like pitched it to y'all. I was like, yo, how do y'all feel about this name?
Yeah.
And then that's when y'all are like, oh, I guess it sounds nice. Fuck it, we'll see how far this shit goes. And then Chris later on decided to look up the meaning of the number 95, and I honestly did not know, but it has like something to do with what was it, Chris? It was like
It was like something to do with like meaning. Man, I have to look this up again. Hold up. It was like something with just I think it was. Oh man, I can't remember. I'm about to look this up right now. Oh, it was like just spiritually like major
Like-
changes,
Like happiness,
adventure,
adventure.
new opportunities, and expressing yourself with
Yeah.
compassion and all that. And I was like,
Yeah.
holy hell, like
Yeah.
that's pretty crazy. But the thing is, what I pitched to Mark was when he said he wanted to name it Tor. I was like, okay, like that'd be cool. Like people we could represent it as like a tour with with all of us, either together as a group or individually, like a tour adventure
'Cause,
with with Rhino or
yeah, because
with one of us
of
or
course,
whatever.
y'all watched like the teams like Optic. Y'all seen Optic from the beginning to the end, and then other teams with that, like they start off as a team, competing and stuff. But if you realize, you look at them all, they all have their separate lives, and that's kind of a way for us for tour, the meaning of it.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
journey.
Yeah, it's literally all our journeys, and like it's just describing what we're trying to do.
Hmm.
And
So,
and
I was rocking with it. I was like, hell yeah, like that's pretty cool. Like, I mean, I would like for people to like either watch us in our streams, like especially like Kitty or one of us that play, like
yeah,
dude, our because man, I don't know how to explain it, but anyways, it's just how I see it is like just the journey from like literally from the start to the end, and see how crazy or big or like even in the smallest thing
the
just taking
ups, the
off.
downs, the
Yeah,
loop de loops and shit.
yeah, just like the travel.
And that's the reason why we have this podcast too, is to shine some light on our backgrounds and just. That's
Yeah,
why it's
just have
called
fun
the
with it.
tour. It's the
Yeah,
tour of our lives.
just
It's
have
the
fun with
tour of
it.
our careers.
it could be honestly, it could be head. Can we curse on here?
Yeah, I mean, hey, I already
Okay.
said some F bombs in this
Okay,
one.
Yeah.
so
Fuck yeah, you can.
honestly, it could be.
Watch
could
your
be, like,
frigid language.
It could be like
Fudge, my
some
bad.
head ass stuff of like some of the stuff that we do.
Yes, because you get
in a
cursed and he
way-
says head ass.
It's like
Ooh,
it could be like, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it sounds corny, but at the same time, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, bro. I'm being myself.
Fuck
and
it,
shit
bro.
About this shit.
Be
Yeah.
yourself.
Hey,
Yes, queen.
You know what I mean? Ah,
yes, but
So,
yeah,
yeah, with the whole like the name and everything, I was like, well, I created the name, but in a way, y'all are the ones that really grind out. I mean, I play games, and stuff, but it's not like for me to.
Mm,
I'll just help as much as I can with the name of the brand and shit.
yeah.
Where on my part, I'm not trying to like branch off from my topics, but I only got into gaming was because of Chris and Brandon. I would see them. I mean, I played games before, but it was like
Yeah,
more like
we played like all three of us right now. Like we played a lot of like Nintendo games, like Diego
Yeah.
was talking about.
yeah,
But it
yeah,
was more like
Nintendo
Mario
games.
Party, Mario
Yeah,
Kart, Luigi's
Mhm.
Mansion,
we had the old like '90s games
Shit, I
Brawl.
like
still have them
Team
motherfuckers.
Force.
Hey, bro,
Well, like
I whoop Chris's ass in Mario Kart. Just saying, straight up.
Bro, it's hold on. Pause
No,
real
no,
quick,
no, no,
Mark.
no, no, no,
It's because
no.
this motherfucker did not tell
I
me you get all the coins, you go fucking faster, dude.
Wait, you get
have
if you
one.
get the coins, you get faster,
You didn't know
Dude,
that?
dude. What the fuck?
you see?
You
You
didn't.
see?
I was like,
I'm,
these
I'm not
coins
the
are for
only
nothing.
This
motherfucker.
is why you motherfuckers lose. You don't read the
This dude.
I
fucking
keep, I
like.
keep, I keep, I keep on getting the coin block. I'm like, dude, this is so fucking useless.
Trash.
It makes you go. It makes your top speed faster.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
We'll go
What?
back to this
Yeah,
topic.
hold on.
Anyways,
Fucking
what were you saying,
coins,
Mark,
dude.
before we cut you? No, what?
Yeah.
so, uh, yeah, so you know, I didn't get into the gaming because of y'all and shit, or well,
Yeah.
it was y'all, but mostly I would play like sports game, dude.
Yeah.
Madden
Like you
2K.
remember the first time we played
45.
Rainbow Six, the first fucking
Oh yeah,
Rainbow Six.
dude, it
Yeah.
was Rainbow Six Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That
Man,
was
Tom
fun.
Clancy.
yeah,
Yeah, that was so fun.
It wasn't on the
yeah.
Wii.
That
No, hell, was it on the Wii?
no,
He
it
said
was
it
on
wasn't.
like
Oh, I was
it
about
was
to
on.
say.
I want to say because we had the Xbox before. We used to share that shit until we finally grew up and had our own jobs that we bought each other. Like we all had our own money to get our own PS4.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, like the whole again back to the topic of like name and the team and shit. But hopefully we get somewhere with this one day. Like you
I-
end up like getting like a manager,
Yeah.
someone emailing
like,
one of us and be like, "Yo, let's get this
like,
started."
Humble beginnings.
yeah,
Yeah.
humble
Yeah.
beginnings. I think the thing is with me with the name Tour 95 is like, it's, well, not about the name, but just like how I kind of view this stuff is like, us doing like our own thing and like, with Mark, he likes doing music and, him
So
and
basic,
Air Zero
yes,
or Isaac make music. They like to do it, and I'd be like, okay, you can make music and then make that so we could like use it in our
Yeah.
like intros or
yeah,
videos too as well. And then
Like
like with
I'm
us,
pretty
we like to
sure.
make some hilarious bloopers.
Yeah.
Kitty over here making some crazy ass ones, and Brandon.
Oh
And
my god, dude.
man,
So
those
yeah,
videos
like
are
yeah,
crazy.
so like what Chris was saying, Tour 95 is not just about like if you read on our Twitter or Instagram page, it it says gaming team, but like more likely Tour 95 is about we want people who are creative with gaming, music, art,
Yeah.
anything. We'll
Anything.
accept all that. Like we want to be bringing people in. Like one day again, if we ever do make it big, like I guarantee, like we would help so many like people who want to be known, want to make a name for
Yeah,
themselves.
we'll
Like
help.
those,
We're trying to help them prosper, like get their name
like
out there,
you ever
refine
think
their
about, like you
craft.
ever, like you ever think about like back then, how like parents would say, "Oh, you're not gonna make it in life just by playing games." Like we're kind of we want to be that reason to like prove that wrong. Like it's a new age of like
Yeah.
technology and stuff. People are getting paid millions just to play games.
Yeah, and the thing
And
is with well, sorry to cut you off, Mark, but like the
yeah,
thing with that is like the way I view it is, when parents say all kinds of stuff like that, I see it as in, we play games to entertain others. I like to like stream and play with all of us to make some BS like content
We're
and
just like
make someone laugh out there in the
we're
world.
just like improv
That-
actors.
I
I
think
bro,
thrive
it's
for
like
that stuff.
I
it's
think
like
I think that's
people
what we
who
all do.
sing.
Yeah.
It's like people who sing or like people who are good at art. Like this is like y'all art and stuff. Like this is what
Yeah.
y'all wanna like do like bring
Like our own
interest
type
to
of art.
people.
but it's with
Like
gaming.
we all understand the reality of life itself. Nothing ever is going to be like, oh, that's why we grind for our stuff. Yeah, we all have jobs and stuff. We're always going to be reminded of reality of life. It's not just going to always be about gaming and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like we make time for both. And like, people say, oh, it's weird because like, how can you just play games all day? Well, if you're really into that, that's you. That's what you like to do. You shouldn't listen to anybody else and what they tell you. Otherwise.
I
Yeah.
feel
Um,
I feel like with us at least, uh, personally I really don't care about the game. As long as I'm laughing and I'm having a good time, it's fun.
yeah,
Yeah.
And my
Yeah.
favorite thing is making other people laugh. Like when I make other people
yeah,
laugh, that's the
Yeah.
best thing. And I think that's kind of
yeah,
what motivates us. Is we just want to make people happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think that's a big
100%.
part of what
bro. Because
25 is.
I feel like as like us right now, I guarantee you, bro. Like one day if we ever do make it big or something, like I guarantee you, bro, we would help so much like lives, just like making people happy.
Hmm.
Like like you see people in fucking phase with all their millions. All of them
Yeah.
have their cars. All of them have their clothes. Like like we just
I
want to basically help people and stuff.
yeah, I kind of feel
And
like we'll use. Sorry for cutting you off, but I feel like they they're flexing all the time with that money, and they're not really doing
yeah,
anything with it.
see,
And like I feel like
yeah,
we're the type of people to actually help other people out with it.
Well, if you look at this mother sucker over here, Diego, he over here flexing on
Yeah.
his lights and shit.
I mean,
Nah.
honestly, it
I'm
wouldn't
just kidding.
hurt.
That
It
was for
wouldn't hurt
myself.
to like. I
That's a
understand
whole
like some of them
disco ball in his freaking
like
room. Shit.
Yeah.
some of them
You
are
made
like
me buy a
dead ass
webcam.
about their money and stuff, but like
Yeah.
the way like you make your first thousands.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
damn, like you earn it, bro. But I
Like
can
yeah,
understand
I
sometimes.
understand that. Yeah. Like
I've made $10.
you just made
$10.
like you hit it big, and you're like, you know what? Like
Yeah,
I'm gonna treat myself for all this hard work.
yeah,
Like yeah.
yeah,
But when like once it starts becoming a steady income, like
yeah,
that's when you start. That's what I
yeah,
see as you gotta start helping other people.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think the thing with me too is like the things that I look forward to in this stuff is too, like I said before, not like only making all of us freaking, joke and laugh and have fun of what we do, make videos. People might see us just play games from the outside, but in reality, when we're playing, we're like in a different like mindset world. Like we're like just having fun, and you know, if we're able to like make good and funny stuff and making other people out there in the world happy and fun
Yeah.
and just enjoying time, we can make someone out there in the world day just by just laughing, just
Yeah.
yeah,
being dumb
yeah.
and just being us. So
Which
I
is
think
no.
that's I,
Bro,
I think that's a good place to
just
end
like
it.
yeah.
yeah, like the videos, bro. I would watch several YouTubers, like gaming wise or whatever, but like just seeing like the fans react to you, that
Mm,
must be
Like the
like a
comments.
really good,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, the comments, but like meeting them in person, like their
like a
little
meet
own
and greet.
events, yeah, like stuff like that, like
Yeah, like the fans will
honestly,
be
that's like
dope.
that. I bet you that's like a really cool feeling, just knowing that a bunch of people really, like
There's
Look
people
up to
out
you.
there. Like
and
there's
then
Look
like
people
up
out
to
there.
you,
honestly, they're like,
inspire to you.
yo, like some of them even like uh some people could be going through it, and then you know in a way you help them realize like life has a whole meaning to it, that if they're going through something real bad, because how some people are like, oh, you saved my life, like some people actually mean that,
Yeah.
Mm,
so that's like more like what we want. But like, yeah, like, man, I can't wait if we ever do one day,
yeah.
like that would be crazy cool. But
Some heavy shit, bro.
Yeah.
yeah,
But it's
Yeah.
true,
yeah,
bro. It's crazy.
Mm, yeah. I
So
mean, that's how I always seen it too.
uh,
So inspired to be just inspire others just to be, in a good
bro,
place.
it's like if you think about it, it's like those fans that run up to like soccer players like Cristiano
Like,
Ronaldo, and they're like
is that
they
really
bow
helpful?
down to him, bro. And they're like, he's like, look, like, what are you doing? Like stand up, like be. He
Mm,
like basically tells them like, yeah, like I'm a good soccer player, but like
yeah.
you could be a good person. and he like they give him a handshake and sign their stuff, give him a jersey. That's what I kind of see like from us, like
that we
like
hope to get at that point.
yeah, like
Yeah.
well, not to like of course people bowing down to us and like treating us like kings, but like to be like a role model and be like,
Yeah.
yo, like
Set a
you can
good
do it too,
example. Yeah.
like just because life can be hard sometimes. As a head ass thing to say, but like always like always like follow your dreams,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one day, it just
Yeah.
happens,
Yeah, the thing is, what I told Brandon, like before we start talking about this podcast stuff, I was like, man, you know what? Screw it. Let's just make it just you never know. Let's just try to do this first,
Bro,
like this
'cause
first
one day,
We'll
podcast.
just start
one
trying to
day-
do it.
This
Yeah.
podcast, yeah, we might not get a lot of views on this, and anybody that hears out to this, but we're gonna look back on this like this first podcast and be
We're gonna be like,
"Dude,
what the
look where
fuck
we
were we
started."
thinking? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna talk about that shit later. We never talk about it.
delete.
Yeah.
Unlisted.
Yeah.
All this shit.
We're gonna look back at this and be like, dude, like, who would ever thought in this life we would get
Yeah.
to this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
gonna be dope.
screw it.
That's gonna be the dopest part out of all of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, or like I said before I got cut off. I was saying like I was telling Brandon like, hey, screw it, let's just make this podcast. If it just goes and just takes off from there, then we'll keep going. But we'll just keep doing. I'd rather just do this because I thought it was always interesting. I've always every day at work we're listening to podcasts of people talking
Yeah.
about stuff about their lives and
And we
Just-
also like we adding
just
on to
like
that.
just like the beginnings and like the funny stuff. And I was like, man, if we could just all get together with us, dude, behind the scenes
And then the
without the podcast, man, the stuff that we talk in the party
Oh,
chat is
man.
pretty fucking crazy. I tell you that.
Like we already have we have stories and we have these conversations. We're
That
like,
just
dude,
go-
like we need to just fucking record these.
That takes a hard
first
left.
podcast, man. This first podcast ain't nothing compared to what
Yeah.
else more we have with other people that we're gonna
Yeah.
bring into the podcast. Like this is just the start of something, This is just
Alright.
Start
I-
some-
but
Yeah.
dude, like, and then hopefully
It's
like,
gonna be crazy.
If we ever like, in a way, progress more each day, hopefully we get out some merch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I've been trying to
That's
do.
that's one of the plans too.
I've been trying. Like the thing is with me, I've just been trying to like literally just try to make a logo that stands out with all of us. Like if we could just find one, bruh, it's set. It's a wrap because all I need is a logo to be sent over here in one of
I'm
the
looking
shops,
at the man who could.
bruh. Well, yeah,
Yes.
this guy right here, teasing, but but yeah, all I need is that, and like a couple of
I need
designs.
direction. I need direction.
Yeah.
I need to know where
Up,
the
down, left, right.
Yeah, true.
I
Like-
send I send y'all a bunch of different shit. You're like, oh, I like it. Okay, well, what don't you like about it? You just fucking like, oh well,
Hey, honestly, the one
Can you
I,
do
the
this?
one I sent you, the one I sent you about like with the earth and like the lines in it, that one was dope.
Oh yeah, that one was. I was about to ask you one of these days or a couple of days ago. You know how that logo that you made with the Earth? I think it's the ones with the lines. You had like fit the letters in the globe, and then the other ones, it had like the
Went out.
letters out.
Yeah.
I was like, man, it's because I tried to put it as a Twitter header at one point, and I couldn't. Because that globe one with the lines fit perfectly, but the other ones, I think the T and the 5 are sticking out. I mean, it was fine. I still rocked with it, but
Yeah.
I just put that on. But we can go ahead and talk about the next topic. You guys, yeah. It was a T95 one with the globe on it, but
Yeah.
it's crazy.
We have
It's
so
crazy.
many projects that we have
Oh,
on the
with,
back burner right now.
with the brush lettering, the
Yes.
one that- like how Brandon has it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
What-
was that one.
You want that one?
What? You want that one?
Want that one?
I could send it to you.
You want that one? No,
That one? I kind of like the
I
other one.
got you. No, but it was like the one. Yeah, the letterings fit in the globe. I thought it was like dope.
It was like red.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. The ones with the letterings were out, it was pretty dope as well because how I pictured it, if it was on my shirt, like the lettering out on the like that would stick out, I think it'd be cool, like a cool little 3D.
It kind of sucks because you really should have a visual to help anybody watching this see what we're talking about.
Yeah,
But that aesthetic is definitely
We'll
more
fix it in post.
towards like a thrasher kind of vibe, like a
yeah, there you
like
go.
skaters kind of streetwear.
Yeah.
But if that's the kind of vibe you're going for, I can do something because I've been going more like
Mhm.
cyberpunk and stuff like that. But if you
Well,
want
like the vibe with the like the clothing stuff. I mean, I want it to be all kind of universal type.
we can talk about that
Yeah,
later.
this
Yeah,
would be.
that should be another time. Then
This
Yeah,
podcast is
behind the
probably
scenes.
already like what? It's already been an hour talking
Uh,
about.
is it an hour?
not yet.
Uh,
Pushing
Yeah.
it.
How long is this video? Or
Been
this-
about, it's been about 45 minutes.
Oh, okay. So we're
talking
probably
about the
15 minutes.
tour.
We could go ahead and kill the last few minutes till we hit an hour if y'all want with
I got one
crazy stuff.
topic that I think we should all need to talk
What is it?
about. The PlayStation 5.
PlayStation 5.
The look on the
Good ass.
Shut the fuck
He's
up.
like, I'm tired of it. He's like, that's all I do at work.
What
I
about
work-
the PlayStation 5?
I work at
I'm
Best
gonna
Buy.
get it.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna get it. Everybody's gonna get it. Like,
Yeah.
what,
It's
what do you,
just
what do you need to know about it?
I just want to.
I know it's new and it's a
five.
5.
Like, how do y'all feel about the new PlayStation 5 and feature?
mm,
I'm gonna get it. That's how I feel. It's gonna put a hole in my wallet.
yeah,
Yeah.
big ass hole in the wall. I tell you that much, brother. But yeah, I haven't really looked up in like the rumor
Specs and everything.
specs or anything like that. I just I've always been a PlayStation person.
Look, if you're like looking at specs and stuff, it's about like on par with what my PC is. So it's kind of like I'm excited because that means that more games are gonna be higher refresh rate,
Yeah.
higher resolution. But I mean, I'm already playing that on PC, so
Yeah.
it's
yeah,
just gonna
it's
be
it's
more
gonna be fun. Like when does that come out?
end of this year. It's supposed to.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy when
End
it
of this year?
launches.
I thought it was like the end of next year. Whatever.
Yeah.
And then
But-
another thing is, I forgot to throw out there. Even though we're all PlayStation players, some of us, we
Fuck
accept
Xbox.
all.
This shit box. I'm just kidding.
Shit, but
I'm just joking.
I get.
What do you mean some? We're all.
yeah.
Yeah, we all are
But-
PlayStation game.
So you're trying to see like if we would cross over to the new Xbox or something?
In a way, I'm saying like just team because I know some people are like, I'll just play as PlayStation. I mean, I don't know.
We
I mean,
played.
But
at one point,
I mean, I know y'all play like different stuff, just like me particularly. But I don't know if I'm that right, but
yeah.
From what I've seen of like the Xbox and stuff, I know that I believe that it's going to be cross compatible with like PC. So all of us, Chris and Brandon, I don't know about you, Mark, but we all have
yeah.
gaming PCs.
Well,
So if
yeah.
something's on Xbox, we can all play that game together. Even
Yeah.
if say for
Yeah.
example you probably got an Xbox,
probably
most
play.
likely with the new Xbox, we're probably gonna be able to play together with PC and console.
Yeah,
So
that's
eventually,
gonna be crazy.
Of course, I don't. How can I say, like, I'm not into like the monitors yet and stuff because y'all like teaching me that stuff and what to get. Not to do that. But
He's on the brick ass TV. Like the ones with the big
Yeah,
ass.
it's like a
y'all
fucking
know,
brick.
Y'all know what I do, but I'm trying to catch up to that. Like having my
Yeah.
own setup eventually. And stuff. Again, I'm more into like the music, so I'm just kind of getting more of like my music stuff. That's why I'm not really looking to get monitored yet or anything for like gaming.
Hey,
I just get like the basics.
make some
like-
music for our videos.
Oh, I know. For
Oh.
like an
Actually,
intro
yeah,
and an outro.
Oh, I know damn well I'm gonna get an intro out of you for this fucking podcast.
So everybody that
The
wants
Mark
to know too-
takeover.
So everybody who
that
wants a song for their YouTube video, just hit Mark up. He'll make it for free. Just give him some clout. Just shout him out. No pay. He doesn't do pay. He only
He
does. shout
doesn't
out.
do pay.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's exposure.
So,
He's an artist. He gets exposure.
Yeah. So everybody
now,
who,
pay later.
ever decides to like want to follow me on social media stuff, my name is the same as what's showing right here on the screen.
Hit my at.
Gnarly
Um,
Marc. Yeah.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
but the only thing is, don't send me something stupid because my girl has no shit.
That's a story.
Yeah.
But-
Oh man, that is
that's
a
a
story.
story.
Also, going into more of my personal life. Of course, I have a girlfriend, but
Yeah.
she understands my point of view of being myself, making music. She supports me 100%.
And don't you have a
You know,
SoundCloud?
I
Or
do
you
have a
play-
SoundCloud. It's
He's one of those
under
rappers.
Big
Yeah.
love.
it's I think I want to say it's under my name still, GnarlyMarc.
I-
I'm pretty sure.
I can look it
Uh,
up.
Yeah, I think it's under GnarlyMarc, if I believe.
Yeah,
If not,
I was
I'm pretty
literally, like,
sure if
looking
you
at
go on his Twitter at GnarlyMarc,
yeah.
That would be all
Uh,
on there.
I have
yeah,
a
it would
link
be
on
on
my
there.
Twitter.
Yeah.
But yeah, any support from anybody from supporting Brandon right here, Diego and Chris right here. We all accept people's support. Thank y'all for
Yeah.
tuning in and stuff like
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we have fun with, man, it's just, if only people could see this
Mhm.
crazy, funny stuff that we do.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
Well, eventually,
crazy.
eventually
Yeah.
we'll get there.
we need to start recording more. We start streaming more, of course. I told Diego we gotta be streaming. The most, what was it?
Oh, man.
The YouTube videos. It was that random YouTube video. Sorry to go way off topic, but that one where it just blew up. You're like, what the hell? Like, I
Oh
just
my God.
uploaded.
And
We
then
were
also
talking about
too-
that the other
also
day.
too-
Oh
also too,
yeah.
For anybody listening, we apologize if sometimes we can't make it to a podcast or something like that because
Yeah.
we all have our lives and jobs. So to any of us I'm speaking to, we
Yeah.
apologize if you don't ever see us
Constantly.
grinding on our stuff. Yeah,
Consistent.
constant.
And
But
we'd be switching everybody up though. That's the thing.
Mhm.
It's gonna be. We have so many different people. Like we
Yeah.
can have so
I
many
think
different conversations and combinations of people.
Yeah. And if in future oh wait, before I go way out way off topic again, what was Diego gonna say? Something about his video? Yeah, talk about that video real quick and then
The
I'll
one
go off
that
on-
just out of nowhere got all those views.
Oh yeah.
half-assed the video and got like 1 million views and shit.
It was
Uh,
It was
that
in Call of Duty, I'll tell you that.
yeah, that game
Okay.
Control.
Control.
I played through the game. I loved the game, and I was like, "There's one part of the game that I think everybody should see." So then I just went back, played through it, clipped it, uploaded it, didn't even edit it, and
It was
Nothing.
literally, it was
It
literally
blew
a
up.
grab. He screen grabbed his game and just threw the bitch on YouTube.
Got
Yeah.
the most views of all of it.
or like the one of Need for Speed. I was showing
Yeah.
Brandon. It's like a 30-second clip, and it's got like a couple hundred views compared to like all my other stuff. It's way more.
Bro, no, you don't know nothing yet. Brandon's video with the fucking toast.
So okay, so
Oh.
I'm so when I was going to school for psychology, a psychology major. But I mean, right now I'm taking a break. But in my fucking class, I had to do a project, and Chris was here, and the project was due in the morning. And I told Chris, I was like, "Dude, I'm fucked. Like, I gotta make a video." He's like, "What?" Like, "Yeah, I gotta make a fucking video about this. What was it? What
I
it
don't-
was
I don't remember. Like it was like something to
like
do with
training the human mind,
yeah, or
like certain
something.
certain triggers." Huh?
Yeah, it's certain triggers
Like
that give your mind
like
to
like say
let
every
you
time
know.
every time I clap, like you know to like look behind you. Like every time you hear that, like you
or
look
whistle
behind you.
or
Yeah.
honk, like stuff like
Yeah.
When you hear Wesley, you know to turn around. You're like, "Who's checking me out now?"
Yeah, for real.
Chris,
But-
I saw you checking me out earlier. Fuck out of here.
that.
But I ended up making a video last
Yeah.
second, dead ass in the morning with Chris, just off the top of our head. I was like, you know what? Fuck it, we make it simple. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make some toast. I'm gonna get some bread. I was like, this is how it's
And-
gonna go.
Yeah. I'll be flicking the lights, and it'll be for dinner.
Yeah.
and you just come downstairs and it'll just be dinner all the time, and
Yeah.
it'll just be bread. Well, and one of the
Well,
in the it was
because
pretty
it was kind of true too. I was like, dude, why don't we just do? Because his his dad would his dad or
flashing lights.
yeah or Theo, every time dinner was ready,
You can flash the
he'd
light
flash the
like
light.
Mark. You know how Dad used to just flick the lights to it was dinner, or
Like
you
Fucking
had to
food
go
Pavlov
or
downstairs.
like
style.
food, breakfast, anything was ready.
So yeah, that was one of the things. So we're like, okay, we'll just use that. Every time I flick the lights, you knew in your mind you have
Yeah,
to come down because there's food ready.
yeah,
Well, yeah, it went. We did it like 3 times, and then like at the end of the video,
yeah,
we cut out the inside of the bread and we just left the crust.
yeah.
And you're like, "What is this?" And you're like, and I said something about that's all the funds we have or something.
Oh yeah, or I, yeah. I think it's like
We're on a budget
yeah,
or
we're on a
something.
budget. And like,
Yeah,
yeah, we're on a budget, and I was just like, what the fuck is this?
yeah. And I think you took that video down for a little bit. I think
Oh,
you
I
still
took it
have
down.
it.
I took it
How,
down. I ended up
how,
deleting it.
Fuck it.
how many views does this thing
Oh,
have?
Yeah,
dude,
it
it
had
had.
like I think
I
probably like
think
700,
yeah, 700 to 800 views, dude. I was like,
and
what
it was
the hell?
It's
and
like the same
at the
as
very
my.
at the very end, he flips the light, and I run down, and there's no food. Because I thought it was dinner, but when he flips it, he doesn't say dinner's ready. I
Yeah,
just automatically thought, oh, lights are
it's
flashing.
random.
So y'all
Yeah,
just did the freaking the Pavlov's dog
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. That shit.
Yeah, it
And
was crazy, man.
and
Yeah,
yeah,
Crazy time.
yeah, I'm
everybody
looking.
ate it up at school. They loved it, but that yeah, it just blew
And
up out of
started.
fucking nowhere.
He's like,
Yeah,
"What the fuck? All my videos that I worked so hard in, and then
Yeah,
we half-ass this
takes
video."
like
I had
videos.
a similar reaction with when I was in art. I had to do an art project. I,
Uh,
I I don't know if I've sent you guys that, but I in art I remember my teacher liked me, but I put in like little to no effort.
yeah.
And in that class, I remember one time I had to do it was called a 4D project. So we had 2D, which was drawing, 3D, make a sculpture or something, and then 4D, which was a time. It had to do with time. So I made a time lapse of me drawing something,
Um,
and I literally bought the canvas, bought everything, and I forgot that I had to do the fucking project. And the day it was due, I woke up an hour early. I put all the canvases down on my desk. I put my phone on top of the freaking TV that I had
Yeah,
as my
yeah.
monitor, and I recorded that shit. I painted that shit so fast. I painted it in, I want to say like 30 minutes or so. Took all the video, put that bitch into Windows Movie Maker, and then
yeah,
put a song by Anderson Paak over it. And you can tell because right at the very beginning is freaking Windows Movie Maker. It's the scrolling text. It tells
Oh
you,
man,
I put little to no effort in that, right? I
oh.
get to class, I'm late. My fucking professor or my teacher, she's like, well, what who's gonna go first? And she's looking down the list. Diego, why don't you go first?
oh.
Why me? She's like, cause I love your art. I'm like, all right, whatever, fuck you, bitch. Put that shit on. And I was talking to my friend, and I was like, dude, I put no effort in. I did it this morning. It's gonna be compared to everybody else's. I'm assuming everybody's gonna do something so much better. Cause
Yeah,
I know I know I can do better.
Yeah.
So I put that I put it on in front of the class, and then like they see the Windows movement, and I could look in the class, and like their eyes are rolling, and they see the artwork, and they see the music and shit, and then they see what happens, and like
Yeah.
it's funny because like the people who were like like this is fucking shit, they're like watching it, oh, that's pretty sick. And it was really cool because like I saw the look on my teacher's face, like she's like, he did a fucking decent job, like he put some effort into this shit. I did.
Damn, I did it.
And then at the very end, everybody was like clapping and shit. They were all like, they thought it was really good. And then
Fuck yeah.
I go and I sit down, and my friend, he goes, fuck you. Why? He goes, because everybody else's project is gonna look like shit.
oh man. No,
Oh
like
man,
when I showed mine in
that
class,
must.
dude. Like I
Bro,
was so nervous. I was like, oh my god, dude. I
all
was like, all right,
that
fuck it.
That's gotta be the best feeling though. Just
yeah,
Yeah,
all of the girls in my class for their art project, they put pictures of their selfies and progressed over time, like how they aged, right?
yeah.
They're like freshmen or sophomores in high school, so they haven't aged that much. So it's
Oh
just
my.
their selfies, and they're really like there's no artistic quality about them. It's just about their life.
I I
Meanwhile,
I
meanwhile, I
ended
did a
up being in
painting.
a sorry. I ended up being in the test. Like in our final, they were like, so in Brandon's video, what did he eat? It's fucking
Oh,
it was toast.
some toast. Oh, they put your ass in the test.
I was like, I know this one.
Damn,
I know
that's
what I did.
crazy. Yeah, I totally forgot that. You said that how they tested y'all.
Yeah.
Bro,
Like, what the?
here's the freaking the Windows Movie Maker like intro. Like
Of
Oh
that?
my god, he found
Oh
it.
my
I have it
god.
saved. I have it saved. My it's unlisted and it's only for because my teacher asked if she could show it to other classes.
Yeah,
Oh
So,
man.
so even to this day, I'm still getting more and more views because she keeps on showing it to people, which I think is
yeah,
fucking hilarious. Because I made this shit.
yeah.
I made that shit on my shitty little laptop an hour before I had to be at school. So
God, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, and
I'll, s-
I don't.
I'll send you the link so you can see it.
Alright. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had an experience like that. I mean, of course, I think I've had like, tests, like little quizzes and tests where I just fucking bullshit A B B B C D
yeah.
A, but and
And then you get it
magically,
back and you're like, oh shit, I got a 95.
yeah, they're like, oh fuck you,
Dude,
you
like,
know.
I got a fucking
Uh,
100 one time by guessing on our final in my statistics class. I was
yeah.
like, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I was just circling different answers. Doo, 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 doo.
God.
I finished the first one to finish. I have all my friends like they vouched for me. Like I circled all of them. I was like, yeah, that seems about right. I turned it in the first one to finish, and I was just sat there. I was like, fuck it, dude. I was like, I'm gonna fail this class. Fuck it. And then the next day comes. So only about 2 people made 100, and then it was like
Don't
Dave.
show it.
Oh, yeah, don't show it. It's all fucking nudes. I'm just kidding.
I'm not proud of it, but I'm just saying that that's what happened.
Then
No, yeah.
they're like David Graves, like he has 100, and he was like the fucking smartest one in the class. And Brandon, I was like, what? There's 2 Brandons in my class. It's me and my friend. We're best friends. They're like, Brandon. I was like, oh, dude, congratulations. And then she's just like, no, you. I was like, oh, fuck.
I didn't know any of that shit.
I told him too. I was like, dude, I just fucking guessed on everything. Like, I just fucking guessed. I just bullshitted him.
Bro, that's like when I was in English with Damien. We were reading like The Great Gatsby,
Yeah.
and I'd watched the movie like years past or whatever, and we get like a test. We get the test, and I had the flu, so I
Oh,
felt
shit.
sick as shit. I didn't want to be there, right? And I just look at the test. I'm like, fuck it. I just skim through every question, circle, circle, circle. Fucking go turn that shit in. Come
Yeah.
back to my desk, and I put my head down on the desk, and I fall asleep. I legit fell asleep. I wake up to the bell ringing. The bell rings, and I wake up and I look around, and nobody's turned in their test. I'm like, oh, y'all are fucking stupid. So then
Damn.
they all turn in their test or whatever, and then like the next day we come into class, and he's like, well, no surprise, Diego's the only one that passed.
Oh my god.
But
Because bro, I hated that teacher so much because he would always call on me. Like
man.
he would
For everything.
yeah, you can ask Damien. Damien will fucking vouch for me on this shit. Like he'd be like, "So what did the author mean by this? Anyone?
Diego.
Diego.
Diego, motherfucker." Like
Have,
I would just be like twiddling my thumbs and shit.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
have y'all ever like fell asleep in class and like woke up in the next period? Like no one fucking woke you up before?
Oh yeah, I have. Dude,
Yeah.
I've had that before.
Like I wake up, I was like,
You
I wake
like,
up, I was like, who are you motherfuckers, dude?
yeah.
Bro, and they just leave you there, bro.
Mhm.
Like there was one time
like assholes, fucking wake me up.
Yeah.
I did that shit. I did that shit in college, bro. I did that shit. I fell asleep. I woke up and I look, and the fucking teacher's different. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
Another teacher.
It's a
Yo,
different professor. He's
No,
like,
something happened just crazy to me. Something happened.
the hold on, Mark. The thing that will trip me out the most is that you wake up, it ain't your classmates. It's either like
Some
you're like,
random ass.
and they're still like,
who are you
they're
people?
writing that shit down. Like they don't give a fuck about you. They just like keep on
Yeah.
doing that shit.
Oh, but what were you gonna say, Mark?
dude. So like, I put my my phone on like the light that I was like waving earlier,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and
The
out of
dildo.
nowhere, like it showed that I hung up, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the camera
So
turned off.
yeah,
I thought
so
you were just frozen. I was like, oh shit.
no, like it did that,
It
and
overheated.
yes,
It fucking
my
overheated.
my phone said your iPhone needs to
Cool
cool
down.
down.
Throw that
Yeah,
bitch in
Too
the
much
freezer.
heat.
We're
yeah.
spitting fire, dude. This
Uh,
podcast is fired.
so I took my
His iPhone
little
burning.
thing off, and I took off my charger. So I was like, oh hell no.
His
So I
Oh,
iPhone starts
I
smoking.
I stuck
What the
it in
fuck?
I stuck it in the freezer for like a little, and then
Oh my
it
god, you
just finally.
Go grab an ice cube and put it on the back.
Oh
my
no.
you actually
Well,
stuck
I
it in the
just
freezer?
well, like I just laid it on something cold and just let it sit there for a little, and
Ice
then it
bag
finally
of
popped.
peas.
Uh,
Bag of peas.
bag of peas.
It was like a bag of ice.
Otter part.
But yeah,
Ox.
that's what happened just to me just right now. But
Goddamn. All right, well, hold on. I think it's about time to end the podcast. What's the
Yeah. We're,
time limit?
we had an hour 5 minutes.
I think it's a good idea to
Maybe.
pause it here and then make another.
Unfortunately, we had to cut the podcast short here because the audio and video files were corrupted. That's why we had to change some things and you couldn't watch us. But I was able to save most of it. But most of all, thank you so much for listening to the first ever The Tour podcast. Please share it to your family or friends. Drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave some comments about what we should talk about next or what we should improve on. But thank you so much. Till next time. See ya.